Hello, everyone, and welcome to Everyday English, the podcast where we talk about real world topics in simple, clear English. My name is Daniel.
And I am Tyla. In this podcast, we take one interesting topic and turn it into a natural conversation so you can improve your listening, vocabulary, and speaking confidence.
A small introduction from my side. I am the kind of person who likes to slow down complicated stories. If the news is full of big words, legal language, and tech drama, I like to ask, what does this actually mean for normal people?
And I am usually the person asking the questions people may feel shy to ask. If something sounds too technical, I will stop Daniel and say, wait, explain that in simple English.
That is exactly why this podcast exists. We are not here to sound fancy. We are here to help you understand English through real conversations.
And today's topic is a big one. Elon Musk, Sam Altman, OpenAI, money, power, and the future of artificial intelligence.
That already sounds like a movie trailer.
It does. But before we begin, Daniel, can I ask the most basic question? Why are Elon Musk and Sam Altman fighting?
Good question. The simple answer is this. Elon Musk says, OpenAI moved away from its original mission. OpenAI started as a non-profit organization with the goal of building artificial intelligence for the benefit of humanity.
So Elon is saying OpenAI was supposed to help people, not become a huge business?
Exactly. But OpenAI's side says building powerful AI needs huge amounts of money. Their argument is that without a business structure, OpenAI could not hire top researchers, buy computing power, or compete with giant companies.
So one side is saying you betrayed the mission. The other side is saying we needed money to continue the mission.
Yes, that is the heart of the conflict.
Okay, that is already interesting. But let us go back to the beginning. What was OpenAI originally?
OpenAI was founded in 2015. Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, and several others were involved in the early story. The idea was to create an AI research organization that would help make sure advanced AI benefits humanity.
When you say advanced AI, do you mean something like ChatGPT?
ChatGPT is one example of modern AI becoming useful to regular people. But OpenAI's bigger mission talks about AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence. That means AI that can perform many intellectual tasks at a human level or beyond.
That sounds powerful, and a little scary.
Both. Powerful technology can be useful, but it can also create risk. That is why OpenAI's original mission sounded so important. The idea was not just to build AI. The idea was to build it safely and make sure it helped people.
So why did OpenAI change its structure later?
Because AI became expensive. Very expensive. Training large AI models needs special chips, massive data centers, talented engineers, cloud computing, safety teams, product teams, and constant research.
So good intentions were not enough.
Exactly. Good intentions do not pay for GPUs. It is. In 2019, OpenAI created a for-profit subsidiary. The explanation was that this would help raise capital while still keeping the nonprofit mission at the center.
Let me check if I understand. The original OpenAI was nonprofit. Then they created a business side to raise money. But OpenAI says the nonprofit still controls the bigger mission.
Yes, that is their position.
Then why is Elon so upset? If the nonprofit still controls it, what is the problem?
From Elon's point of view, the problem is trust. He says OpenAI was created with a promise to serve humanity, but later became too commercial, too closed, and too connected to powerful business interests.
When you say closed, do you mean less open source?
Yes. Early OpenAI sounded more open. Over time, the company became more careful about releasing its strongest models and research. OpenAI says this is partly because of safety and competition. Critics say it moved away from the open spirit of the beginning.
So this is not just about money, it is also about openness, safety, and control.
Exactly. And those are huge words in the AI world.
Daniel, let me ask something a normal listener might wonder. Is Elon doing this only because he cares about humanity, or is there also business competition involved?
That is one of the big questions. Elon now runs xAI, which is an AI company competing in the same space. OpenAI argues that his lawsuit is not only about principle, but also about competition and control.
So OpenAI is basically saying, you are not just protecting the mission, you are also attacking a competitor.
That is the idea. OpenAI's lawyers have argued that Elon knew about discussions around for-profit plans, and that he wanted more control before he left OpenAI's board in 2018.
And what does Elon say?
Elon says he supported OpenAI because he believed it would remain focused on public benefit. He says the organization changed into something very different from what he thought he was helping to build.
This is why the story is hard. Both sides can sound believable depending on which part you focus on.
Exactly. If you focus on the mission, Elon's argument sounds serious. If you focus on the cost of building AI, OpenAI's argument sounds practical.
Let us explain nonprofit and for-profit clearly for English learners. What is a nonprofit?
A nonprofit is an organization whose main goal is not to make money for owners or shareholders. It usually exists to serve a purpose, like education, healthcare, research, charity, or public benefit.
And for-profit?
A for-profit organization is a business. It can make money, raise investment, pay employees with stock, grow quickly, and reward investors.
So the conflict is, can one organization be mission-driven and money-driven at the same time?
That is the real philosophical question.
What do you think?
I think it is possible, but difficult. Money gives power. Power creates pressure. Investors want growth. Employees want compensation. Users want better products. Competitors move fast. In that environment, a mission can become a slogan if the governance is weak.
Governance. There is our important word for the day.
Yes. Governance means how decisions are made, who has authority, and what rules guide the organization.
So in simple words, governance means who is holding the steering wheel. Because AI is not just another app.
Exactly. AI can affect jobs, schools, elections, security, creativity, healthcare, business, and daily life. So when a company builds powerful AI, people want to know who is making the decisions.
And who checks those decisions?
Yes, that is the second question.
Let us talk about Sam Altman. Many people know him as the face of OpenAI. How did he become so important?
Sam Altman became widely known after ChatGPT became popular. ChatGPT made AI feel accessible. Suddenly, students, workers, founders, writers, coders, and even parents were using AI in daily life.
Before ChatGPT, AI felt like something inside a lab.
Exactly. After ChatGPT, AI became a product people could open on their phones and computers.
That changed OpenAI's image completely.
Yes. OpenAI went from being a research lab many people had never heard of to one of the most important technology companies in the world.
And that made Sam Altman extremely influential.
Correct? Some people see him as a visionary builder. Some see him as a careful strategist. Some worry he is moving too fast. Public opinion is mixed.
And Elon Musk is also mixed, right?
Very mixed. Some people see Elon as a genius entrepreneur who built Tesla, SpaceX, and other major companies. Others see him as unpredictable, aggressive, and sometimes too dramatic.
So when Elon and Sam clash, the internet naturally turns it into a hero versus villain story.
Yes, but that is too simple.
What is a better way to see it?
A better way is to see it as a conflict between different visions of AI. One vision says AI must be controlled by strong public interest rules. Another vision says AI needs huge investment and commercial speed to survive and compete.
And maybe both visions are partly right.
Exactly. That is what makes this story more than gossip.
Let us imagine I am a normal person, not a tech person. Why should I care who wins this legal fight?
You should care because this case raises questions that will shape future AI companies. Can a company promise public benefit and still become extremely valuable? Can a nonprofit control a giant business? Can investors and safety goals live together?
Also, if AI becomes more powerful, ordinary people will be affected even if they never read a court document.
Yes. AI can change hiring, education, customer service, design, coding, medicine, and entertainment. So, the way AI companies are built matters.
Let me ask a difficult question. If OpenAI had stayed purely nonprofit, would ChatGPT have become as powerful and popular?
That is hard to know, but it is fair to say that serious AI development needs serious money. Without investment, OpenAI might not have scaled as quickly.
So the for-profit side may have helped make the technology real.
Yes. But the fear is that the same business pressure that helps build AI can also push companies to release faster, compete harder, and protect profit more than people.
That is the tension.
Exactly. Progress versus protection. Speed versus safety. Mission versus market.
Can you give a simple example?
Sure, imagine two friends start a free school for poor children. Their mission is education for everyone. At first, it is fully charitable. But the school grows. They need better classrooms, computers, teachers, and buses.
So they create a paid program for richer families to fund the mission.
Exactly. Some people say, great, now the school can grow. Others say, wait, this started as a charity, but now it looks like a business.
And if the rich families get better classrooms, then the original mission starts looking weak.
Yes. The question becomes, did the business support the mission, or did the business slowly replace the mission?
That is a very clear way to understand OpenAI's problem.
It is not a perfect comparison, but it helps.
Now let us talk about the court. What does the court actually look at? Feelings, tweets, interviews?
The court looks at evidence, documents, emails, agreements, testimony, board decisions, legal duties, and what people knew at the time.
So it is not enough for one side to say, I feel betrayed.
Correct. They need to show what was promised, what was understood, and whether the law was broken.
And OpenAI needs to show that its actions were allowed and that Elon understood the direction.
Yes. That is why testimony and old messages matter so much.
Intent is another useful word here.
Yes. Intent means the real purpose behind an action. Did OpenAI intend to abandon its mission, or did it intend to fund the mission? Did Elon intend to protect public interest, or did he intend to control or weaken a competitor? Those are the kinds of questions people are asking.
And maybe the truth is not perfectly clean.
Usually it is not. In big business stories, people can have mixed motives. Someone can believe in safety and also want influence. A company can believe in public benefit and also want market power.
That sounds very human.
It is very human.
Let us discuss Microsoft. People always mention Microsoft when talking about OpenAI. Why?
Microsoft invested heavily in OpenAI and became a major business partner. Microsoft uses OpenAI technology in products like Copilot, and OpenAI uses cloud computing infrastructure to build and run models.
So Microsoft is part of the bigger picture because advanced AI needs infrastructure.
Exactly. And when a powerful AI company partners with one of the world's biggest tech companies, people naturally ask if the mission is still independent.
I can see why critics worry. If a public benefit mission depends on giant corporate money, people will ask who really has influence.
Yes. That does not automatically mean something wrong happened, but it does make governance more important.
Let me ask another question. Is Elon against for-profit AI in general?
Not exactly. Elon runs companies, and XAI itself is a business. So the issue is not simply business versus no business. The issue is what OpenAI promised, how it changed, and whether those changes matched the original commitments.
That is an important distinction.
Very important. Otherwise, the debate becomes too shallow.
So what are the possible outcomes?
The court could side more with Musk, more with OpenAI, or reach a narrow decision on specific legal issues. The details can be complex, and the case may take time. But even before the final outcome, the trial already forces the public to examine OpenAI's structure and mission.
And it forces other AI companies to think carefully, too.
Exactly. Future AI startups may need to be clearer about what they promise, how they raise money, and who controls the company.
This is almost like a warning to founders. Do not build a mission-driven company with unclear expectations.
That is a strong lesson. If the mission matters, the structure must protect it.
And if the structure is confusing, one day everyone may end up in court.
Possibly.
Now I want to ask about the emotional side. Why does this story attract so much attention?
Because it has all the ingredients: famous founders, massive money, betrayal claims, futuristic technology, and the fear that AI could change civilization.
Also, people love personality clashes.
True. Elon has thunderstorm energy, Sam has boardroom chess energy.
That line should be on the thumbnail.
Maybe it should.
But beyond the drama, I think people are also asking a personal question. Can we trust the people building AI?
Daniel, that may be the deepest question in this whole episode.
Because most people cannot inspect the code. They cannot read every legal structure. They cannot attend board meetings. They only see products and headlines.
Exactly. Trust becomes very important when technology is powerful and complicated.
What makes people trust an AI company?
Clear rules, honest communication, independent oversight, strong safety testing, transparency where possible, and accountability when things go wrong.
Accountability means someone has to take responsibility.
Yes. Not just say, the model did it. Not just say, the market demanded it. Someone must be responsible for decisions.
Do you think this fight damages trust in AI?
It can. When the public sees founders fighting over mission and money, some people may think, if the builders cannot agree on the purpose, why should we trust the product?
But it can also help, right? Because public debate can force better rules.
That is the positive view. Conflict can reveal weaknesses. Once weaknesses are visible, society can demand better systems.
So maybe this courtroom fight is messy, but useful. Let us bring this back to English learning. This topic gives learners many powerful words: mission, governance, nonprofit, competitor, testimony, evidence, accountability.
And it also teaches people how to discuss complex issues without becoming too emotional.
Yes, instead of saying Elon is right or Sam is right, we can say both sides raise important questions.
That is better English and better thinking.
I like that. Better English and better thinking.
Now let us do a quick, balanced summary. Elon Musk says OpenAI moved away from the nonprofit mission it was created for. He argues that the organization became too commercial and too different from the original promise.
OpenAI says it needed a for-profit structure to raise money, scale research, and compete in the AI race. It also says the nonprofit mission still guides the organization.
Elon now has his own AI company, xAI, which makes the story more complicated because OpenAI sees him as a competitor.
And the court has to examine evidence, not just public opinion.
Exactly. But for the rest of us, the larger question remains: who should control powerful AI, and how do we make sure it benefits people?
Let me ask you one final question, Daniel. If you had to choose the most important lesson from this story, what would it be?
My lesson would be this: when technology becomes powerful enough to affect everyone, the structure behind the technology matters as much as the technology itself.
That is a serious line.
It is. What about you? What is your lesson?
My lesson is, a mission is easy to say at the beginning, but hard to protect when money, fame, and competition arrive.
That is even stronger.
Thank you. I also practiced in the mirror.
I knew it.
So, listeners, the Elon Musk versus Sam Altman story is not only about two famous people. It is about the future of AI, the meaning of public benefit, and the pressure of building powerful technology in a business world.
And as AI becomes part of our daily life, these questions will become more important, not less. That is it for today's episode of Everyday English.
Today, we learned about Elon Musk, Sam Altman, OpenAI, nonprofit and for-profit structures, and why AI governance matters.
Try using a few of today's words in your own sentences. For example, mission, governance, accountability, and public benefit.
And remember, difficult topics become easier when you break them into simple questions.
Thank you for listening. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep learning.
See you in the next episode. Bye.